Welcome back to the Shoot from the Hip podcast. We have our usual crew with you today, and it won't be our usual crew soonish. We'll get into that in a minute, but I wanted to kick off today to talk about July 4th for a second.
I don't know what to
Man,
think
you
of that
like
intro.
that?
Did you say soonish?
Soonish, yeah.
Soonish.
Well, because it's not the next one.
Soonish and Shiite.
Whoa.
No, that's...
Careful.
Sunni.
Podcast gonna be lit.
Sunni? Yeah,
Sunni.
Sunni. Yeah. Anyway. Speaking of bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Shut off some fireworks. Lost lights already. All right, so we shot off some fireworks and didn't buy any, which thank you, in-laws, for purchasing the fireworks. No, my in-laws live next door to some good friends of theirs. And so they, walked over to the house and we shot off a bunch of fireworks. So I really like mortars.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Who
they're
doesn't
probably
like mortars?
my favorite fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something exciting about tossing that thing in a tube and lighting it. If only you could get it so that it had like an impact ignition where you could drop it in the tube and it launched.
Oh, like a military
Like
mortar.
a legit mortar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But
That'd be really cool.
I don't think they're... Yeah, I don't think they'll make those.
No.
For some reason.
That's dangerous because someone will be looking down the tube when it pops back up.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
What's wrong with fireworks in danger? They're halfway there anyway.
I know.
Just ask Jason Pierre-Paul. He's like that. He's like the spokesperson for fireworks safety who played for the Giants and like blew half his hand off.
Yeah.
No, wait, did he?
Yeah, like I don't know,
JPP?
JP, like 3 years ago.
Whoa.
He blew like 3 fingers off. He had like this big like mitt that he just wears because he doesn't have any fingers. And he just like clubs people with it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's awesome. My favorite though is we had these. So there were multiple shot mortars, where they had like 4, like in a stack. It was kind of cool. So you just shot it and it shot up 4 at the same time, and then they kind of blew apart and exploded.
Yeah.
But then there were these other ones that we had. They were like called cannon something or other. They were like cannon shot, and they were like these little. They looked like little like cans of soda is what they looked like because they were in that cylindrical form.
Right.
And they go into like a hard plastic tube. It wasn't like one of those like cardboard tubes. It was like a hard plastic tube. And you drop it down and you light it, and it is the loudest freaking thing. And at first it's loud when it launches. And most of the time they're pretty like, solid thud when they launch off. These were like a pow, bang when they went off. And then when they pop, they didn't pop that high in the air, and they nailed you. And I liked them, but at the same time, I was like, it's almost too much. I was like, there's a limit. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. We launched a bunch.
Fireworks are so much fun.
Yeah.
They really are.
You have to take a shower afterwards, though. Good gracious.
Yeah, you do smell very
Hardcore. Yeah.
cinderish.
You got to drive like an hour
I think
home.
we've just made up 2 new words.
Cinderish.
We had
Cinder-ish?
soonish
Shoonish?
and
Yeah.
cinderish. So Lancer, the oness is on you now
Oh,
to
man. Onus? Is that a real word?
Onus is a real
Onus
word.
is a word.
to come up with a word
I'm
ending
good
in
with
ish
words.
that you just made.
I have the
Lancer
best
already
words.
made one up. What was it? What was it that you made up?
I've made up a couple words throughout this whole thing.
I forget what it
There
was.
was the irregardless,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I didn't make that up.
Yeah.
And I said epitome once.
Oh, yeah, epitome.
Epitome was
I thought it was hyperbole first.
That
but
was-
yeah, it was epitome.
that was a great moment of genius on my part during
Yeah.
this whole.
Yeah.
But
you were convinced that it was the word.
I was like, wait, I thought it was the word, but like, I mean, we all knew what I meant, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it means the same thing.
Oh man.
All right, so let's go ahead and move into the podcast today. We're gonna do something we haven't done in a little bit: diabolical dilemmas.
Oh yeah.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
I like how you ramped it up on that.
Yeah.
It's like, I watch you a lot.
Man, there's never a shortage of great quotes with our president.
It's
No.
true.
Oh yeah,
He's the man.
Saturday Night Live
Which
loves
he
him.
had a really good speech for July 4th. I don't know if
Yeah,
y'all
it was
watched
really, really
It was
good.
really good.
Wow.
In the rain.
Yeah.
What a beast.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, So, Diabolical Dilemmas, this is where we do kind of like Would You Rathers, but they're open-ended.
But we don't
so-
ask, would you rather?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a, what do you call it, a diametric, is that?
Yes,
is
it's,
that correct?
well-
Did I just make up another word?
What'd you say, diametric?
Diametric, yeah.
I think that's a word.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's not.
There's not two options. Let me put it
yeah, I was
Let
gonna-
me put it simply. Instead of using some word that I can't even use in a sentence.
It's not a bipartisan choice.
I'll give you guys a heads up. I only have like 2 of these, and I don't feel
And they're
like
not any
either of
good?
them are that good.
Okay.
But
All right.
I'll give you my first one.
Okay,
Because I think it's interesting.
let's start bad, and we can always
Yes.
get better.
Yes, that's my thought.
That's a great strategy.
All right, here we go. Instead of like, if you were to shake one of your heroes' hands, would it be if you were to shake a dictator's hand? Which dictator would you choose from all of history?
Oh man.
You know, kind of like an Indiana Jones shaking Hitler's hand kind of
Right.
deal. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so like the
Didn't he get like his notebook signed by him
Yes.
too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the coolest things.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
man, like okay, so like this is like I guess a friendly handshake gesture. Like,
yeah. They're not going to stab you in the back.
oh man, that's a good question.
Is this do we get a selfie with this guy too?
I guess.
Because that does change things.
How does that change things? Because
wanna-
you're not
I
going
wanna
to pick
pick-
the ugly one.
Yeah, I want to pick like a short dictator so I look like imposing.
Oh man, you know I might go with Kim Jong Un right now.
Okay.
I think I would do or like get
Yeah.
a picture with him, handshake and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like we're like
He has
in a-
the opposite hair of you.
right. Yeah, he does. If you put his hair and my hair together, we have a full head of hair.
Oh, that's true.
So I think I would get a picture with him. I feel like we're moving at least in a decent direction with them.
Yeah,
And
I mean, he could probably take a picture with you without stabbing you in the back. So.
right, and he hasn't like I don't think he's massacred like millions of people.
Not lately.
Not
Yeah.
that we know of. Yeah.
Yeah, not that we know of at least. So you know, I mean, he's like probably the best of the worst in a way.
Okay. So
I'm all right with that guy.
I think that's a good choice.
I had a different
Not
mentality
really,
on
but-
this. I was like, who's the worst guy I could think?
So he was actually on my list. Does Napoleon count as a dictator?
I think kind of.
I'm choosing Napoleon.
Okay, yeah.
I like he's just iconic.
You're gonna make
too.
him drag his hand out of his coat and shake your
Heck
hand.
yeah! He's gonna have a sweaty handshake. But no, I'm gonna look really tall
I was
next
gonna
to
say, he was
Napoleon.
very short.
Yeah, I'm gonna look beastly
How
compared to
tall
him.
was he?
I thought he was like
5'7".
really.
Yeah,
Really?
it's one of those weird facts that I think I know.
Okay.
Wow.
So
yeah.
I'm at least
He's as
3
tall
to
as
4
I am.
inches taller.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing.
thought he was shorter than that.
Napoleon was like 5'7", and everyone's like he's got the small man complex. But apparently, in history, he was like tall for that time.
Yeah.
that time
Yeah.
frame.
That's what I
So-
was. I thought he was shorter than that because I thought he was considered small. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's as tall as I am.
I always
Maybe
imagine
slightly shorter.
imagine him the size of Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I'd probably go Napoleon. You know, he's got a pretty sweet hat.
yeah.
And,
He had a cool hat. Best hats of all dictators, Napoleon.
his uniform was
And he had a hairstyle that matched.
Yeah, his hairstyle was really, really odd. Like it was like don't comb it and just wrap it up like
it's-
around your head like a turban.
It's kind of weird.
It was just odd, but
I
I'd go with-
think he had kind of like a Trump hair thing going
yeah,
on.
it was kind of he was he was MAGA before MAGA. And,
Yeah,
but anyways, I probably go Napoleon. I don't know. He just
Okay.
seems like an interesting guy.
see, for me, I thought Vladimir Lenin.
Okay.
I've always thought that he was kind of an interesting guy.
So tell me more about the gulag.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was a really messed up dude, but he's pretty interesting. And I don't know, maybe I find messed up people kind of interesting. Ted Bundy.
Yes, we know.
Wait, Vladimir Lenin.
Yes.
Because he wasn't like someone that I'm remembering. off the top of
Soviet
my head.
Union before Stalin.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking the guy from Cuba.
The bald guy. The
Oh,
bald
that's,
guy that
you're
looks
thinking
like
Fidel
him.
Castro.
Fidel Castro.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Wasn't there a guy before him, like a revolutionary guy? Or he wasn't a dictator, so I guess that
Thinking,
wasn't.
like you thinking of
Everyone wears them on-
Chavez.
Everyone wears them on a T-shirt.
Guevara. Guevara.
Oh,
I don't know.
Is that it? Che Guevara. Yeah,
Sounds good.
that's it.
All right, cool.
That's who they tend to wear in a T-shirt in red and whatever.
But he
Yeah.
wasn't a dictator, though, was he?
Well, sort of.
Okay.
He was a revolutionary. I don't know
So
if
the-
we consider
So
him
the
a
real
dictator,
question
yeah.
is, we're obviously
Welcome to Shoot from the Hips history lesson.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
Kind
we're
of
making it up as we go.
Maybe history.
where we learn with you.
Oh man, we left a lot of people out there. There's a lot of good handshakes waiting on
Oh
us.
yeah.
So, oh man. All right, let me give you one.
All right.
If you had to wear a mask every day for the rest of your life, which one are you wearing?
Which mask?
Oh man,
Or what mask would you wear?
I'm stuck between two in
There's
my head.
one that
like,
comes immediately to mind, but it's kind of like Thor. It's like, am I worthy?
I got
to
two.
wear?
I don't. Do I not? I just can't think of masks right now.
I'm thinking
Well, there's like a catcher's mask,
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
a goalie's mask.
Hockey mask, Jason.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
honestly, I was thinking Jason or
Yeah.
Halloween. What was the Halloween guy?
Oh,
Michael Myers. The Michael Myers mask.
yeah.
Can I wear the mask? Like the mask?
Good choice from Jim Carrey and
I don't know. I'm thinking like a mask that somebody else wears from a movie. So I get. I mean,
I mean, it is from a movie.
I guess.
The mask.
I'm trying to think.
what a good choice.
What
you know.
Now remember, this is something you have to
Made him a
wear.
whole new person.
This is something that you have to wear
In a
every
weird
day.
way. That's a weird movie.
So every day I got to think about
every day.
functionality and stuff too.
I don't know if I want to be the mask. every day.
So I don't think you want to be that. I would pick a different one if I were you. It's gonna be hard going into work like that.
I mean, you might go with the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, like
yeah.
the half mask.
Yeah, the half mask, because then you still got that functionality of your face.
Yeah.
Like your face is actually somewhat functional,
Right.
in a
I
way.
mean, and if you think about it, like
Your
Iron
face
Man.
is functional.
You don't want to
There's a
mess that up. Hey, girl, your face is pretty functional.
We wonder why. Oh man,
Wait, Lance, you're still single?
I don't know why.
hard to imagine.
I can't
So
figure it out.
I guess you could kind of count Iron Man's mask.
That would be
You would have
awesome.
some pretty good like qualities about that.
Yeah, you don't get the full suit, but you got a mask.
obviously
It'd be kind of weird.
the greatest mask is Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again,
That's probably true.
that's one of those where I probably wouldn't choose it just out of sheer respect for Batman.
I'm not worthy. Is that the one you say you're not worthy of?
Yeah, I saw a
Yeah.
T-shirt today that said, "I'm not Batman. Stop asking."
Well,
I was just like, "That's so random," but it's kind of funny, actually.
I thought of one that maybe you could wear, but I don't know if we're worthy of it either. Just because, well, the guy actually died recently too. The guy who wore the mask on Nacho Libre.
Oh yes, which is actually
Yeah,
right
that
up there in
mask
my
right up
office. I
there.
do have that.
I
mask.
actually looked like this way, and I was like, "Oh yeah, there's that one."
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw one at you. I'm gonna throw an old school reference. I would choose the Mask of Zorro.
Ah, good one.
Yep.
That way I can still not be super hampered by something over my entire face.
Yeah.
True.
It's just over the eyes.
Yeah.
So like something more like Robin's mask where it's just going over your eyes.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
You could go with Mr. Incredible's mask. That's
yeah.
pretty much the same thing.
Right.
But I'm going with like the little, the piece of cloth that's kind of tailing down in the back like the
Yeah.
Mask of Zorro. So that's my choice.
That's not a bad choice. That's a really good one.
I think if you choose that mask too, you get to carry around a sword every day. I think like that's in the legal rules of that mask.
No, I mean, like it seems mandatory.
And a cape. And you must ride a horse.
Somehow, I feel like you won't be able to get into government buildings. I
I don't need to. I sneak in.
don't think you get into government buildings with a mask. Anyway,
So Lancer, you chose what again?
I haven't made an official
Okay.
decision.
Yeah.
I haven't gone on the record yet.
Spider-Man had a mask.
He did have a pretty sweet
Yeah,
mask.
that was pretty sweet.
I'm gonna have to go. I'll nail it down, Aaron. I think you sold me on the Iron Man mask.
Okay.
The
yeah.
Iron Man. It's more of a helmet, I guess, but it covers your face.
But, no, yeah, they do call it a mask. So yeah, I give you the headpiece.
I mean, there's some.
It'd probably be heavy. That's the only thing. But I mean, do you get like the computer and everything in it?
That's why I was wanting
Yeah,
it.
I think you get all of that.
it's got a meaning. That's otherwise. It's just a helmet.
Lancer's just walking around talking to himself, getting answers from his computer.
No, I was thinking. So I don't know if you guys ever played Splinter Cell.
Yeah, played that.
That would be a pretty sweet mask. But is that considered a mask? It's kind of a headset. It comes with his full array of visual.
Okay, hang on. So I type in Splinter Cell. The first thing that pops up is Splinter Cell mask.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
Look at that badness.
What,
Okay.
Can you describe it, Aaron?
It's black. It looks like it has 3 eyes, which is basically some form of night vision.
Yeah, so it's like you got
And-
night vision, thermal, and there's an electrical one.
It
too.
looks like a little bit like Deadpool, with like a leather mask with night vision and like little eye slots, and I guess it's like a mesh that you can breathe out of.
Yeah. So he's like a special ops. dude.
Basically, nobody ever knows who Matt is if he wears that
Yes.
mask.
That's pretty
Exactly.
Which is kind of the point of wearing a mask. is
Yeah.
Nobody knows who you are. So.
Yeah, Zorro, I feel like he only went halfway with it. It's like everyone knows who you are.
Isn't that funny? Because it's like the people in
It's
those
like-
movies were like, man, we don't know who that guy is. It's like, it's the same guy you just saw, but
He's
with
got the
something over
same
his
body
eyes.
type.
Yeah.
He's got
same
the same height.
mustache. Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah. I do
It's kind of like
kind of
Superman.
I do kind of wish I had the
Yeah.
I wish I had the Nacho Libre ski mask that he wore in that first battle. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
that black one. That would be pretty legit. But you would be, basically somebody who's just cold up north all the time because that's what they wear. But
Yeah.
anyways,
All right, so here you guys go. I got 2 of them that I'm struggling between, but I'm going to choose this one. You get to choose the ghost that haunts your worst enemy.
oh man.
What dead person do you choose? Now, this person needs to be dead now.
So first of all, we have to come up with a worst enemy, right?
yeah, like I guess you got to figure out just I mean, it doesn't have to be like a real person, just someone that you could imagine you hate this person really bad. You don't have to actually hate this person like this, but pretend that there's someone out there
Aaron.
Hang on,
that you yeah, Aaron. Who don't want to haunt Aaron?
guys, I can still hear you. My headphones are still plugged in.
Oh, he's still here.
So, all right. So my worst enemy,
Is it that boss we talked about?
Calvin. No,
Calvin.
no, not Calvin.
Calvin. Oh no, wait, that's Alvin.
I am Alvin. Yeah, we should have done that more often. Come to think of it, just to try to torment him.
Yeah.
All right, I would say that the person who I choose to haunt is one Colin Kaepernick,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
and in my estimation, just a detestable specimen of an
There's some hard
American.
feelings on Colin Kaepernick.
And I want, I think I want the ghost of George Washington
To haunt
to haunt
Colin
Colin
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick, and always whisper like, "America's great," and just like he's always like waving the flag in front of his face,
Chomp his wooden teeth at him all the
the
time.
Betsy Ross flag. And,
do
like,
we have any
triggering
talented
him
listeners that could do an animated version of this? 'Cause this would be great.
This would be a great little short film of like Kaepernick waking up like, hold on, and like here comes George Washington. And what was his horse's name again? It was like
I don't remember.
Silver
Appleseed.
or something.
Silver. Oh, another great mask.
Yes.
The Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
And I think it was like, I don't know, it was like governor or captain or
It's
something like that.
Yeah.
But he like comes trotting up with like the flag and
Yeah.
threatens to cut off his afro or something. Like I think
Does
that
he
would-
come with a little flute, like playing Yankee Doodle and everything? Drumming in his room in the morning.
Oh, that'd be so great. Yeah, George Washington, like all of a sudden you have like a George Washington shoulder angel that pops up and it's like haunting you. So that's my choice. I think it's pretty strong.
Okay. It's not bad.
I saw you, and I saw you take that flag away from Nike.
George Washington just shows up wearing like those Nike kicks. He's like, what you think of my shoes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
that'd be
man.
great.
Okay. So who's my enemy?
Ted Bundy.
I got to,
You could say
The
like
ghost of Ted Bundy hunting Ted Bundy.
I mean, you could say like okay this person, but you don't necessarily have to say this is my worst enemy.
right.
Just
No,
Really?
pick somebody.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pick a worst
yeah,
enemy.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick a worst enemy off the top of my head.
Well, you shook hands with Vladimir Lenin. That's a good place to start.
All right,
Yeah.
we've
Unless
got
you guys are buds now.
we've got a political direction already for anyone who knows who
In
the,
for a penny.
you
in
know
for
who
a
the
pound.
Young Turks are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know
Cenk Uyghur.
Yes, thank you. There we go.
He's an idiot. Cenk Uyghur, if you're listening to this, we hate you. You're
so
a moron.
let's see. Let's
He's not listening to this.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. He
But
might
if he
be.
is, you're detestable.
Hey, we have had some listens from Turkey, I will say.
All right.
So
Come
might
on,
be
Cenk.
him.
So let's go with. You know what? We had such a good time with Old Hickory before. I think Old Hickory would be a good choice on that one.
Andrew Jackson comes back and just beats Cenk Winger with a cane constantly.
Just, I feel like he would just be that guy who just would give him crap all the time.
Oh man, that's funny.
But- So I had
We
a
went political for some reason, so this is one with it.
I have a person I think would be a really like you wouldn't think it would be a good person to haunt your worst enemy,
Yeah.
but I think Steve Irwin would be a terrible person to haunt you because he would be
I would love if Steve Irwin's ghost haunted me.
because you know what's coming along with him though, right? Like
There's gonna be
alligators,
some reptiles.
like snakes, tarantulas, like the creepiest animals. He's like, oh look at this right here, like coming after.
You know what's great is like every time you go, you encounter like some dangerous animal. He'd be like, "Oh no, it's fine."
Yeah, wouldn't it be weird if like every time you like walked around the corner of like your bedroom, like all of a sudden Steve Irwin was there? He's like, "Good day, mate." Like it would freak you out after a while.
Dude, quit it.
Will you stop it? That's a pretty funny question, actually.
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Do you have any more?
Yeah, I do. This is one that's I guess a little more serious, but it does make you think a little bit.
Yeah.
If you knew you were going blind in 2 months, what would you choose to see immediately?
Oh my word.
This is a hard question. I started thinking about this and I was like, man.
Well, I'm married. My wife.
Well,
I feel like
yes.
that's an immediate.
So, okay, you have 2 months, but
Yeah.
like, so obviously you're going to be with your wife or you're going to be with your family.
Yeah.
So what out there's on your I need to see it bucket list?
I was gonna
guess.
say let's go
Whoa.
beyond like the sentimental like people that you would see.
So not like friends
Yeah.
and family. We understand you will be in contact with them, but this is like something that you've never seen that's on your bucket list. I need to see this before I go.
How long does it
blind.
take to get to Mars? No.
Get a telescope.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean,
it's tough.
I mean, there's one obvious answer for me, and it's the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
You have
Okay.
to, if you haven't seen the Grand
Yeah,
Canyon,
because you've been wanting to jump a bike into the Grand
I do
Canyon,
want
so
to do
yeah.
that.
He wants to die by Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Death by the
He wants to be
canyon.
swallowed by the earth.
that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Grand Canyon would be a really cool thing to see.
Yeah, for
it's-
sure.
And I've never seen it, so therefore that would have to be on my list. I don't know, Aaron, have you ever seen the Grand Canyon?
Many times.
Wait, see, I thought you had.
I lived in Arizona, so I was
Yeah.
like 4 hours from there.
Right, so I
Yeah.
figured you had seen it.
The I will say this: every time you go look at the Grand Canyon, it looks the same. It's a very large hole in the ground. It is awesome, and the thing,
Yeah.
but the thing that changes it is the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
The movement of the sun, the different phases of the sun, change how the canyon looks, and it is a fascinating place. Though,
So spend
Right.
the whole day there.
spend the whole day just staring
Sun
at
up to sundown.
it. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I've got some
Time
kind of
lapse.
funny
Yeah.
Grand Canyon stories, but yeah, it is beautiful.
Well, and then I just thought of another place I'd want to do. I'd want to go to Ireland and play golf on those cliffs that are all over.
Oh, yeah.
uh-huh.
I want to play golf there. That's what I want to do.
I like it.
So-
I'd be losing golf balls in the ocean.
Oh, yeah,
left
totally.
and right.
Yeah.
Literally left and right.
You know, I was just talking to my wife today. We started watching the 3rd season of Stranger Things,
Uh-huh.
and there was a scene where it was like Russia, and I was like, I want to see Moscow.
Really?
I think Moscow would be
St.
a
Peter's Square or
neat-
whatever.
Yeah, because there's so much history and stuff there. Some pretty sweet architecture from long ago, time
You can
past.
see it for me.
Soviet Russia.
I think they don't have like
Pretty
very
sweet.
good running water and electricity there.
Yeah, probably
so.
not, but you know. I didn't say it was a nice place to live. I just want to see it.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like there's like one of the ancient wonders, you know, if you go through like the ancient wonders of the world, I've been fortunate enough to see the pyramids, and that
Yeah.
was like it's probably one of the most iconic
Yeah,
structures in the world.
right.
I would assume the Great Wall of China is probably right there.
Yeah.
That'd be something that'd be pretty awesome.
That
to
was
see.
pretty epic. Yeah.
You saw that.
I've seen that. I've been on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that's one of those things you can see it from space. Like you're like, man, this has got to be awesome.
So one of the cool things about it was like standing on the wall and you see the mountains that are like, you know, miles away from you, but you see the peaks of them and you're pretty close up there. and there's something about it that makes it feel like you can reach out and grab them.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Nice.
epic. And I took some pictures, and I looked at the pictures afterwards, and I was just like, it doesn't look that great. You have to
You
be
have
there.
yes,
Right.
I firmly am with you. There's
Yeah. I've been to the Forbidden City. That's another thing that's like, it's just one of those epic things. You're walking through it and you're like, I'm in like thousands of years worth of history.
yeah.
It's just neat.
Yeah, I think, there's several things in the world that I'd want to see. I actually think this is going to sound kind of dumb, but, well, maybe not. Like, I think the number one thing that I have not seen that I want to see is I want to see the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's a good
really
choice.
nice display of the North. Like, that's one of those phenomena of nature that
Right.
can't be explained or done justice on a video.
Right.
Like, you have to just see it with your eyes, is what people
Yeah.
say, in order to understand it and to grasp it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's literally the only thing I could think of that's, like, I haven't seen that I absolutely know
Yeah.
I want to see this.
Yeah.
Is I want to see the Northern Lights light up the sky in Alaska.
Yeah.
And then I'm good.
I was
I mean,
totally
I
prepared.
can't-
I was totally prepared for you to say something really stupid, and I was gonna laugh.
Well, like, it
Just disappointed.
Way to go, Aaron.
I mean, there's like a lot, it's like, the forbidden. Well, like, okay, so you've been to some,
Yeah.
like, and Lancer, you've been in third world countries.
Right.
Like,
So between the three of us, we've seen some pretty cool
yeah,
stuff.
like, we've seen some pretty cool
in
stuff.
very different places.
And, for instance, the Great Wall of China, that's like a bucket list thing
Yeah.
for me, is to go to the Great Wall of China. The pyramids was definitely one of those. Sailboat on the Nile River, you're like, man, this is so surreal.
yeah.
But like the Northern Lights, it's like here in your backyard,
Yeah.
sort of thing, and it's just one of those one of those things in nature that's just like still can't really be described other
Yeah.
than just go watch it. It's phenomenal.
It's like
Right.
we went on that Alaska cruise.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna say, did you guys see
sweet.
it, or was
No,
it
we
the wrong
didn't see
time
it.
of year?
Wrong time of year. Yeah. So we didn't see it, but that's like that one place that I want to go back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And like I want to go back to China too, but it's more attainable to go to Alaska.
yeah.
And I'd love to just fly in and check out the mainland a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because like we were all up on the coast and stuff like that, but I wanna go on the mainland.
So one place you've never been that you're dying to go is
Alaska. Yeah. I'd say
that
Alaska.
one place
mainland.
you've never been.
Oh well, I mean, I was
That
gonna
you-
say mainland.
This is just shoot from the hip. One place you've never been that you're dying to go.
Moscow.
Okay, Moscow.
Sure.
Lancer.
Sydney, Australia.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
That's a really good choice.
Yeah.
Norway.
Good-
Okay.
That's a good choice, too.
Norway. No, like if you ever watch pictures or look at pictures of Norway, it's like a unbelievably beautiful
Yeah.
place. And there's so much like
I guess
unique-
I have a secondary in mind because of family, and that's Italy.
yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there's still some
It's amazing.
extended family that's down in there. And
Yeah. It's like
That'd be
one of the
pretty
greenest
cool.
places I've ever been.
Really?
I remember like flying in, I was like, man, everything's like just bright green.
Yeah.
It was super lush.
Nice.
Anyways, do we have
Yeah.
more diabolical dilemmas?
I got one more here.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I just thought of another really cool thing that I would want to see if I was
Okay.
about to go blind. I want to see a comet like crash into the Earth. That would be really cool.
Is that how you want to go out?
But that's like something that you can't really just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see that. You just kind of got to be at the right place at the right time. So
Yeah.
that's a little different. All
Yeah,
right,
I'm
so
with you.
Here's one that's
I
I
could cause one.
that would be really cool.
Maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, actually, side note: NASA is going to grab an asteroid with a spaceship and put it in orbit around the moon before too long.
Yes.
Keep up on that story, hipsters.
I like it.
Wow.
Yeah,
A lot coming at you today.
Anyway,
Including
I got this one last diabolical dilemma, and I have no idea how to answer it, guys. So maybe you can help.
We're here
me.
to help.
Yep.
You need $10,000 more than what you have tomorrow. You need it by tomorrow,
By tomorrow.
and no bank will give you a loan.
Yeah.
What do you do to get that $10,000?
To get 10 grand tomorrow.
And you need it by tomorrow.
Well,
How are you gonna get
You've
it?
got two kidneys, and you don't need two of them.
Okay.
And there's this
How much?
thing
What's the going rate on
online.
what's the exchange rate on kidneys?
I'm pretty sure it's close to 10 grand.
Really?
I think so.
I thought you just had to like give it to someone. I thought you only could donate it.
It was just free.
Yes. No, that's no. You misunderstand me. I didn't say that it was legal.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so
Matt's going up to somebody in an alley with a soggy bag. Would you like to buy a kidney?
I took it up myself.
It's just a gaping wound in his side.
It's
where he
like a
knifed
Charlie the
himself up.
Unicorn
Yeah.
thing.
Oh my goodness. So I need 10 grand to. I would probably. I'd probably just sell my cars.
Yeah.
Just done.
Okay. Sell your cars and you're good. You got 10 grand.
I think I could just sell my cars, get the money I needed to do. I'm not sure what the 10 grand's for.
You got
but
10 grand worth of car?
yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think if mine would come close.
Yeah, mine would be close, but not there.
Between,
I don't know that it would
between
be
both
there.
of my cars, the Honda.
Maybe if
I'd
I
get
sold
more
my
for.
2 cars and my computer.
If I sold both of my cars, yeah, I could sell a gun, but why would I do that?
Yeah, no, that's not worth it.
Yeah, I'll sell my kidney instead. Yeah, I'd probably do that. I
Okay.
mean, I guess you would have to sell something.
I like the black market organ.
What else are you gonna do? I mean,
Better.
if you have, you said you have one day,
One day.
One day.
You need it by
so
tomorrow.
you can't like, work a job and.
Yeah,
you can't even sell your
Hey, I'll
house. in a
cut your
day.
grass for 10 grand.
Yeah. There's no way you can work. If you could work to get 10,000 a day, I'd be doing that right now. But I can't.
So
do
would
that.
all of us.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, by the way, according to this Google search, your heart is worth $1 million, your liver is worth $557,000, and your kidney is worth $262,000.
Oh
each.
man. Okay. So yeah,
Piece of cake.
definitely.
No problem. Black market kidney sale.
Hey, listen, we're not trying to be Dave Ramsey, but if all else fails in your financial planning, sell a kidney and invest.
Yes.
You got 2, you can give up 1. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you
No
suffer,
loss.
suffer a little bit, but it's for a good cause.
Absolutely.
All right.
We don't know what that cause is, but you need 10 grand tomorrow. So
I mean,
whatever.
hey,
Sell a kidney,
That-
and you are in the clear.
yes, you're good.
Yeah.
And you've got plenty to spare. Sell a kidney and buy a nice
I'm
car.
sure there's a job on the black market for you too. I mean, someone
I
wants
mean-
somebody killed, and
Yeah.
whatever.
Ooh, trying to avoid doing illegal things, but you probably would have to. Honestly.
I've heard a story the other day, and it was something like it was someone wanted somebody killed, and so they paid somebody on the black market to kill
Right.
somebody,
Hitman.
and it was like 10 grand. I was like, 10 grand to get someone killed?
Yeah, it seems
like, for real?
Seems like you need a little bit more.
Yeah,
It's a really desperate hitman.
seems pretty cheap. Yeah,
I don't know. I always reference the Jason Bourne movies. It's like a briefcase full of hundreds.
Yeah.
So that's more than 10 grand.
you probably get what you pay for it too.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. You pay 10 grand, it's coming back on you.
It's like the guy in The Office who is kneecapping Oscar. It's Dwight's friend who's
Oh.
like the little twerpy bald guy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think at one point in time in the Jason Bourne movie, they say like he is like a $30 million
Yeah.
like man. So
Yeah.
he was obviously a pretty
That's a
high
different show.
profile. Pretty
$6 million man.
Wow, 30 mil.
That's a lot of cachet to whack people,
Yeah.
But he was also like uber covert,
Yeah. He
or
did Uber?
supposed to be. Yes. Hey, that's one way
Kind
to
of
do
kept
it.
blowing up in his face.
Oh man, yeah, that's good.
That's how
times.
he reached that 30 mil.
Getting those tips.
Oh man.
Let's move on.
All right, so we're going to go on to start, sit, cut, right?
Start, sit,
Yeah.
or
All right,
cut.
start, sit, cut, and we're going to throw a little game show
All right,
theme
I'm
on
ready for
this
this.
here. All right, so this is a game where we decide, I'm going to give you guys 3 things. You got to choose your starter, which is the best.
Yep.
Your sitter, which is like your guy on your bench that you are wanting to put in if your starter goes out. And then the cut, which you just won off your team completely.
Not gonna happen.
All right, so
no place for him.
Yeah, you just want that gone, okay?
Yeah. Like Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick, been cut. So start, sit, or Colin Kaepernick. All right. So we are going to start off with rock, paper, and scissors.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's-
yeah.
You got to choose which one you want to start.
The perfect 30-30-30. Yeah.
Yeah. Which one do you want to sit,
Yeah.
and which one do you want to cut?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've got a sequence.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna go rock and
As your starter?
yeah.
Okay.
Rock is my start, and because it's as old as time, and
It's pretty solid.
yeah.
Solid pick there.
It's the solid rock. And yeah, no, it's a rock. I mean, what better can I get? And then I'm gonna sit the scissors, because it's super useful.
Okay.
But they wear out my hands after a while, so it's sitting. And then I'm gonna cut the paper because you always cut paper.
Yeah, you have to cut paper.
That was off the top of my head.
Oh, wow.
Paper is just a waste of space. What is that? It covers the rock. It doesn't defeat the rock. It just covers it. So get out of here, paper.
Okay, so you're saying paper.
So is this like in a battle royale, or is this just like in life?
Oh,
this is a battle royale.
I was just like,
okay, so
like if you're playing rock paper scissors, the one you cut, you're never allowed to use the rest of your life.
oh, okay.
And your starter has to be picked. Like you have to choose that 2 times more than
we
your
always
sitter.
go rock first, anyway. So
I mean, maybe.
whatever.
So.
So, I am going to take paper as my start.
Wow. Total
And,
opposite of Matt.
I'm going opposite because paper's a lot more useful than any of the other ones.
Ah, psh,
We use paper a lot
Fake
more.
news.
I mean, it's essential. It's super old as well. Not quite as old as rock, but the elements of paper have been there just as long. One thing that you can't do with a rock is you cannot fold it into a paper airplane. And so you can make origami out of paper. You can give people paper cuts,
Oh wow,
which
that's
are
a good
super
choice.
painful, actually.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
really are.
So paper cuts really hurt.
Yeah.
You can write a love letter.
Yeah.
You can jot down important things. Paper is the most important to my life out of those three. Second, I would.
You don't have to live with just paper for the rest of your life.
Well,
let me make this clear.
let me also make the most important note here.
On paper.
When in doubt, paper can be used for hygiene, as in
Wait, what?
toilet paper.
Oh, okay, good point.
Much
It's like
harder
you
to
wiping
wipe.
it under your armpits?
Much harder to wipe with scissors or a rock.
Yeah.
So
That's
paper
true.
is definitely the
Especially
most
scissors.
versatile.
Yeah.
And I
It's like
say
the toilet brush discussion.
I would say my sit is going to be the Rock. Literally Dwayne the Rock. If you're listening to this, you're on my team, bud.
You're on the bench.
And I will sub you in for paper if you're listening. Just hit me up. And anyways, I'm going with Rock because, man, just it's so like archaic and just
Yeah.
I don't know. It just speaks to the caveman in me to pick up a rock and pay somebody with it. And honestly, scissors, I don't use them very often.
Yeah.
And there are other things I can use to cut things, like my knife, which I way prefer to use just because it's manlier.
Yeah.
And so scissors is like a crafting supply.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's like
I was gonna say,
whatever.
so when you got like a group of like 5-year-old kids, and you're like, all right, cut out your picture things, you hand them a bunch of knives. You're like, here you go.
Yeah. Hand a
Have
bunch of
at
kni-
it, kids.
But I mean, when in doubt, you can always just, you can use your hands and tear paper. I mean, scissors aren't that important. So,
Man, you're the worst craft person.
I mean, let's look at life. Would you rather not have any more rocks or not have any more scissors? Some people would probably say, yeah, no more rocks, but rocks are actually pretty awesome.
Rocks
So,
are awesome.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
all about
keeping
that.
rocks. I could
told
go
you.
without scissors.
My starters are rocks.
So, hey, if I don't have scissors, I still got one of those paper cutters. I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So that's all I ever use anyways.
All right.
Alright,
So,
I'll answer.
so I got to choose too.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
going to give it to you and not have to
yeah,
think
yeah.
any. No, I
No,
got
you're
it.
not getting out of this.
I gotta go. Okay. Here's how it's gonna go for me, guys. I'm gonna start paper,
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, all right.
but
Weirdos.
I'm
All
gonna,
you paper out here, you hear it.
just to keep paper in line though.
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna sit scissors just so paper always knows what's right behind it, and I'm gonna cut rock.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of it. There's so many rocks out there in the world. There's nothing special about them.
There's only one The Rock out there.
There's only one The Rock. But, just overall rock, I'm just going to throw it out there. So I'm going to start paper. I'm going to sit scissors. And I'm going to cut rock.
Wow.
If that's possible.
You just did.
No,
So
you can cut rock. You just can't
it's
cut
obviously
diamonds.
possible.
All right, guys, here's another start, sit, cut scenario for you, all right?
Yeah.
We're going to go with bed, bath, and beyond.
All right,
You
bed,
have
bath,
to
and beyond.
sit,
All right.
start, sit, and cut.
You gonna start it?
Bed,
Yeah.
bath, and beyond.
All right. So, okay. I am going to start Beyond.
Yeah, okay.
The first and most important reason we're starting Beyond is because one of the best quotes of all time
I knew it.
comes from my favorite character of all time, Buzz Lightyear, when he so gloriously said,
Yeah.
to infinity and beyond.
Yes.
So that's reason number one why Beyond starts, because of that quote alone, and Buzz Lightyear's awesome.
Yeah,
Reason number two is at Bed Bath & Beyond, the Beyond is a lot of times the kitchen.
Yeah.
And that is the most expensive and arguably one of the most important rooms in any house. Far more important than a bedroom is the kitchen. And
Interesting opinion. Okay.
well, I mean, I'm just saying, look at what you have in your bedroom.
yeah.
It's a bed, it's a dresser, it's a closet.
It's a bed. So you spend like most of your
A
life
bed.
in that.
Yeah, agreed. But I mean, there's lots of people that pick a lot of different
I'll let
beds.
you keep going. I'll
So,
let you
yeah,
keep
hey.
going. I've got a chance to choose in a
All right.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
well then shut up. Let me finish my monologue. So I'm going with Beyond because there's so many cool gadgets too in the Beyond section
Yeah.
that fascinate me far more than pillows and a comforter.
Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond is kind of like as seen on TV.
It
but
is. There's a
little bit
lot.
nicer.
There's a lot of as seen on TV.
Yeah.
It's like a place you can go. You can get like an orange slicer. You can get like a Yeti, a pillow, and like an electric bath towel.
Yeah, all in the same spot.
All in the same store.
Wait, what is an electric bath towel? What does this thing do?
It warms you up.
Yeah.
It dries you off.
Like it's like a heated bath
Yeah,
towel.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a real thing.
Oh,
I'm sure that's a
they
real
make
thing.
towel heaters. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So,
What?
so you want to know? There's actually something really awesome that I saw one time at a Bed
Lancey
Bath
needs
and Beyond.
to take a trip to Bed
It's like,
Bath & Beyond.
yeah, seriously.
I mean,
It's like this little silicone pack, and it's just like a hot pack, but there's like a chemical in it. I forget what it is, and there's a little like it's like either a nickel or something.
They charge you for it?
No.
It's cost a
There's like a little nickel, or there's a little metal, almost like a coin in there.
Yeah, they
but
charge
you
you
can
for
you can pop it. And,
Okay.
and it flips over to the other side.
Okay.
But when it does, it creates a reaction.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you see all the chemicals moving, and it gets like super hot, like a hot pack.
Nice.
And so you can get all kinds of weird stuff like that.
Okay. That's
awesome.
So anyway, starting Beyond, and I'm going to sit bath because the bathroom is super important to me for a lot of reasons. We shall not go into there. And I've slept on a lot of beds in my life. Some are obviously better than others. The nicest bed I've ever slept on, I don't own. So
wow.
I don't really like sleep on like the greatest bed ever.
What bed was this?
It was one of those. I slept on one of those purple mattresses one time.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really nice.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, I liked
Nice.
it. So
When did you get that opportunity?
it was a while ago. I
Gotcha.
don't remember exactly where it was.
You slept in the store?
It was in Bed Bath and
Yeah.
Beyond. I took a nap. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna cut bed just because
Yeah.
the bedding section is boring. It's not like it's. I actually don't even know if there's mattresses there. There might be a couple, but it's not like a furniture store.
Yeah.
A lot of it's like Bed Bath and Beyond is like pillows, comforters, bed sheets,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's not like a furniture store where you get to pick some Tempur-Pedic, deal.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's my mentality. So now that you're done, are you done?
I'm
You
done.
All right.
But I
I'm
can't
ready
wait
to
to
go.
Get him, Matt.
interject
Get him, Matt.
because I will begin to walk all over your monologue.
So Bed Bath & Beyond was named in that sequence for a particular reason. Because the bed is number one. That's
Negative.
the thing that you spend the most of your life in, and that it fuels your day. So you better have that as your number one priority going into that store. Bath comes number two. Bed Bath Beyond. Bath comes number two.
There's a lot of number two in the bathroom.
Yes. Because you spend the other half of your life in the bathroom. Maybe
right.
not half of your life, but you got to be comfortable in that bathroom, and you got to appreciate that bathroom because you're going to stare at those walls for a good minute while you're doing your minute. All right, so then Beyond
It'll
comes
take more
next
than a minute.
because the rest of your life is important, but not as important as the bed and the bath
In the bath.
and the bath. So that's my start, sit, cut sequence. I'm
That's-
starting bed, sitting the bath.
So you're saying the
And,
most important thing in your life is sleep.
Yeah.
The second most important is
Adrian, I hope you're listening.
She would agree with me. She is all about
See,
a
sleep
good
is
nap.
not the most important thing to me because
Yeah.
I honestly
Yeah,
I go on very little sleep, and this is gonna sound stupid, but I'm not great at sleeping.
Yeah. No,
So it's not the most important. Like food is way more important than sleeping. To
here's
me.
the deal. I say all that, but I am probably the opposite of what I'm talking about.
You're more into the gadgets.
Because like I get like 6 hours of sleep a
Yeah.
day. Like if I'm doing
That's
I'm doing well.
that's like a good night for
yeah,
me.
yeah. Unless I get like a good weekend day where it's like I don't have anything going on in the morning. Hallelujah.
I still
I'm
can't
gonna
sleep
like
in,
8
though.
hours. Yeah.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
the most like I sleep in now is maybe 7.
Yeah.
And it's just like I'm like an old person.
Yeah.
I'm just up.
Yeah.
So that's why it's just not
You
that
are
important
an old
to me.
person.
I know.
All right,
All right, guys. So here's the actual right answer for this one.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So the number one choice that you should pick is bath. Number one is bath. Okay. First off, you can sleep in the bath if you really need to. And could you think of a more
you're like
comfortable place?
you're like Ricky Gervais in your bath taking pictures and putting them on Twitter kind of deal. You got your rubber ducky and everything.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, like exactly. Like what
A
more?
nice bubble bath.
Like
Yeah.
a bubble bath, and then like you can brush your teeth in there, relieve yourself. There's nothing more important in the bathroom.
Wait.
I mean, not in the bath, but like next to the bath, like in a smaller bath that is next to the bath,
So you're relieving yourself in your bath.
right.
in the smaller bath next to the bath,
Yeah.
and then all right. So number one is bath. Okay.
Okay.
So that's your most important room.
Do you
in
have
the
one of
house.
those fancy bidets?
Oh, that would be great. Do they have that in the bath section?
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure you can buy one now. It's
Yeah.
becoming a
I'm
big
not
thing.
into that.
I mean,
I won't get into reasons why, but I'm not into that.
you could
We'll
save,
revisit that later.
you could save a little, like when you're brushing your teeth, just kind of shoot that up in your mouth a little bit. Like,
So I got a really funny bidet story.
Oh man.
So when we were in Egypt, right? We're in this like bootleg compound,
Yeah.
and so they wanted.
What is a bootleg compound, real quick?
okay,
Give
it's-
us a rundown on this.
Okay, imagine Benghazi in your mind.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
like where we stayed.
Okay, yeah.
Like this high rise, it's all concrete. So the bathroom, there's just like a mounted hot water heater up by the ceiling, and
Nice.
there's just like a hose that comes down to a little shower head.
Yeah, so it's gravity fed.
that
yeah.
you hold.
Yeah.
And there's no shower stall. It's just the floor kind of slopes down. There's a drain, and then you just basically take a shower, and you're standing right next to the toilet. So the toilet's getting like soaked.
Yeah.
Well, coming out of the toilet, there's like a little valve, where the supply line comes.
Mm-hmm.
They stubbed up a little like really small soft copper line
Okay.
and ran it down into the toilet and literally curved it right up like a bidet. but it wasn't curved up on like all I could say is it's sticking up in the middle of the toilet. So if you sit down to drop a load, it falls right on top of this line. So it's just like caked. And it's like, who's using this?
That's so gross.
And it's just like nasty. It's been sitting there forever, and you're like, oh my
I'm
goodness.
glad I stopped telling my thing about bidets so you could tell your thing
All right,
about
so
bidets.
maybe that's a
Good
good reason
gracious.
not to use them.
so you got to do a little purge your
Yeah,
bidet before
you
you
need
use
to like close the toilet, run it for a while, and let it kind of
and
purge all
then
that.
use
stuff.
it for your
gross.
toothbrush.
Oh man!
All right.
Okay, so bath is first.
So bath is number one. Number two is bed.
Oh,
you
you
spend a
guys
lot
have
of time
missed
in
the
the bed.
Yeah.
And you want it to be comfortable. It's an important place in your life.
Good luck with your 800 like decorative pillows.
But my last place is beyond because I don't really know how to use anything else other than the bathroom and the
true.
bedroom in my house. So,
Which, by the way,
anything
can
else
we
is
just
useless.
talk to the people that are designing those designer pillows? What are you doing?
Oh
Yeah.
None of them are comfortable in the least. They're all like $60.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're really expensive and they're not comfortable. And for whatever reason, women feel like there needs to be 800 of them
Yes.
on every couch and bed.
Throw pillows are like the place where you throw away money. Like they're
Yeah.
cash pillows.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's nuts.
You want to know something funny? Is I actually own 2 decorative pillows, like for my bed. And you know where they sit? They
On
sit
the floor.
They sit on top of my dresser.
Yeah, it's just like pointless.
It's like I don't even know why I have this thing.
Oh,
so
my
whatever.
goodness. That is hilarious.
Did you buy them like separately?
Like they came with like
Yeah, they
this
came with
like
the
really
comforter.
cheap comforter
Yeah,
set
yeah.
that I
Yeah,
bought.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
So,
yeah, that you always get 2 of those with a comforter, and I don't know why, but you do.
I feel like every couch and every chair in my house now has at least 3 pillows on it.
Those are an excuse for your wife to spend money.
And she's like, they're decorative. And I'm like,
Yes.
that they are.
Yeah.
They serve no other purpose in
Right.
life.
My wife is
And
all
whenever you
about
wanna
some throw pillows.
Whenever you sit down, what do?
You move it out of the way.
Appropriately named throw pillow. You throw it on the ground so you can be comfortable.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Let's
I
draft
agree.
something.
All right, let's move
Wait,
on.
hold
to
on a second.
Oh, you got
Before
one?
we draft something, we need to recognize the person who made this podcast possible.
Yes.
Yes.
Our sponsors. That's kind of true. But
50-50, really.
Congratulations
Someone
to Matt, Aaron, and
who
Lancer.
continues to fuel our... All right, so let me give a shout out to our sponsors, Movie Munchies. So you're wondering what to do on a Friday night and you end up spending way too much time browsing the new releases to find nothing to watch, browsing new releases or just watching Stranger Things. But
Yeah.
after you're done with that, after you're done binge watching Stranger Things, you don't know what to watch. Let me tell you about my friends Movie Munchies over on Facebook. Movie Munchies is constantly updating their page with fresh reviews for movies available on streaming sites or in theaters. Not only do you get a great synopsis and movie details, but you can digest it in about 5 minutes or less. Sorry. I have
We don't
stuff in
forgive
my
you.
throat. Learn
They
about
also offer lozenges.
Rico. Oh wait. Oh,
don't give it away.
Never mind.
As a tease.
Learn about the movies you want to see or find out about movies you should see. They give you all the information you need to pick out your next movie, and they make it entertaining too. So swing by Movie Munchies on Facebook, pick out your next movie, and leave them a like to stay updated on new arrivals. We appreciate their support for supporting this podcast, and we'd like you to support them.
The support trifecta.
Yes.
There we go.
The holy trinity
The
of support.
trifecta. Yeah.
Let's move on to the draft.
All right, so for the draft this week, we have a very interesting draft, and Lancer's very nervous about it. He's about to go pee his pants over there.
Probably will.
Because we are doing a jingle draft, which means that we have all the best jingles ever, and we have to kind of do the jingle, like kind of-ish.
Yeah.
At least give some semblance of what
So
the
I
jingle
kind of
is.
said this to my kids. I said, yeah, we're doing a jingle draft, and my youngest grade, he's 2. He leans up on the table and he goes, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close.
Jingle all the way. All
He-
right,
he
so
had it.
all right. So what's our order? I got first this week? Right?
Matt, I believe, is first, and
First
then
pick.
I believe
Yeah.
I think
Aaron.
you're next.
Or is it me?
I think I was second last time.
Okay,
so I'm
yes.
last.
Number 1, number 2,
Number
Lancer,
2.
number 3, Aaron.
So, Matt, your bed. Lancer is back. And I am beyond. How appropriate.
beyond.
How about that?
All right, so oh man, I didn't think about me being first. I got to pick from these. There are ones that I like, and then there are ones that I also like.
How confusing.
Okay, let me go with my number 1 is gonna be O'Reilly's.
Oh, it was on my list.
Hey, that's a good one.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ow! Thank you.
Hey.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
Wow.
O'Reilly's.
O'Reilly's. Oh, man.
They made my list.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about them. I have like a list of 1,000 jingles, and I didn't even think about them, and I feel like I'm so behind.
That's a radio pick right there.
Yeah. All right, so I got number 2, and I got to go with the Folgers.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Folgers.
My wife mentioned that when she was like, "What about the Folgers one?" And she like sang a little bit of it. And I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
Are you serious?
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
You just
Thanks,
took it away
Aaron.
from Lancer.
Sorry, keep doing that.
I wanted him to do it because I
How
knew
did
it was
you
gonna
not
be.
know that?
I knew that was going to be a difficult one.
Oh, don't
for
worry.
him too.
We'll leave some for him.
I'm going to purposely pick ones that you don't really have to sing with.
Oh, man. I'm so surprised you guys took those. They both made my list.
Yeah.
O'Reilly's was a little higher, but I'm going to get my number 1, which is Give me a break.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat
Chrysler
bar.
car.
Yes, knew it was coming.
Fancy feast. It's a cat food.
All right, so you
nailed
got
it.
you got the kick.
Kit Kats are. That's just iconic.
Yeah, that
I don't.
is.
I don't
Yeah.
know what else to say. If you don't like that, then you need to go hang out with Colin Kaepernick. Number 2.
Colin Kaepernick and George Washington.
Yeah, that's such a weird combo. I don't know what to take. I think I'm
Should
gonna
pick Betsy Ross to hunt.
No, that would have been. She's just every time he looks up, she's over there staring at him like quilting something.
That's because they're quilting over in the corner. Just give him a scowl.
That's hilarious. All right, so I'm gonna take Nationwide for my next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mainly because they are like that's kind of what their commercials are all about now. Is like Peyton Manning wandering around singing jingles or writing jingles, and they're hilarious.
Yeah.
And so he'll be, my favorite one is obviously the chicken parm, you taste so good. And he just keeps doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Nationwide is on your side is what
Yeah.
I'm taking.
You want to give like the real jingle?
Nationwide is on your side.
There we
That's
go.
not bad.
Perfect.
Not bad. you know that's a good pick. And I'm sitting at Folgers, and I'm on my second pick now. And I'm going to go with something that you guys might not even have on your list.
I probably have a couple that you don't.
I
have.
probably have it.
But I think it might be a serious oversight. And I'm going to say it's the Old Spice whistle.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man. I do have it on my
Yeah,
list.
that one.
Look, Old Spice.
Oh, you did?
It's-
Oh, I
it's
just saw
on-
your list. Thank
Nice.
you.
It wasn't on mine.
Yeah, there you
go.
go.
I was like, I feel like you were a little
was
bit off, but it
close.
was close.
Yeah, like
Their
that-
commercials are actually hilarious,
That's
too.
why
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love. That's probably why I picked them more,
The-
because they're commercial.
The
but-
only thing that I'm disappointed in with them is that their first one was so funny.
Yes.
That beyond, or their first like series of them was so funny that beyond that, they've kind of lost it a little bit in my mind.
They set
Yeah.
the bar too high at the
Yeah,
start. Like they
yeah.
didn't give themselves any room to grow.
Do you remember the old Geicos where they had like we all do dumb things and they were like animated things?
Yeah.
Those were some of the funniest things. But anyway, I'm getting off.
Geico may have the strongest commercial game.
Yeah.
Like throughout time and eternity, their commercials have been amazing.
Yeah.
All right,
let's
so
see.
you got Old Spice.
Yep. Old Spice whistle.
All right.
You conveniently picked one you didn't have to sing.
How about that?
Okay, so I got two.
Strategic.
I'm saving one of them because I don't think either of you are going to pick them. And I'm going to go, my number 2 is going to be We Are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
All right.
Because it's such a catchy one. Like that one, I feel like, I don't know. I think that's one of the
It
catchier
made my
ones.
list.
Yeah. And then my number 3 is going to be J.G. Wentworth. It's my money and I want it now.
Wait, is that a jingle?
I don't know. Is that considered a jingle? Because the thing is, they did have a whole commercial that was a song.
Oh.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
Yeah, but that's the one that you get is that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So-
I'll take that.
Okay.
It's J.
It's their whole freaking opera
G.
thing.
Yes.
Wentworth. Yes. Because it's like that thing that I think it became a meme after that. Like it was such a thing. All right, go ahead, Lancer.
All right. So,
Number
my number 3, apparently we all want insurance. I'm going to go with Like a Good Neighbor, State Farm is there.
three. Yeah.
Nice.
And that's about how they sing it right there. So,
You're
actually,
such
they
a cop out.
they purposely sing it bad on there. Have you noticed that? Or a lot of times
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
kind of say it or whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, I think the Like a Good Neighbor, State Farm is there is a good little jingle.
He's copping out over here.
I
Are
know.
you noticing this?
I know.
He's
right.
refusing to sing it.
You got to do it.
I'm gonna.
I mean, no,
start
that's what it's like. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Like they do it bad.
Yeah,
they do it bad on purpose. So
That was pretty good.
All right, I'll take it.
That was good. All right, so we got
There was a tune that came out of your mouth. I'll take it.
yeah, all right.
State Farm. So we are strong on the insurance game.
Yeah,
So
insurance.
if you're selling insurance, you got to have a song.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to say.
Unless you're Geico.
I'm gonna have so many honorable mentions. Can we go for a fifth? on
we
this
could go
one?
for a fifth.
Oh, I could do 5. Oh, I can't do. Yeah, okay, fine.
Can you do 5?
I could do
I
five.
could do 5.
I can
don't.
definitely do 5.
I'm gonna have to start singing stuff though.
All right,
man.
so looking at stuff. Okay, I feel like I gotta take. No, I don't. All right, so I got back to backs.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with an old school one from our childhood.
Okay.
And he's the greatest player ever. And I'm going with Gatorade's I Want to Be Like Mike.
Oh, I didn't
okay.
even think about
Remember
that
that?
one. That was
Man.
a good one.
I want to be like Mike. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'm going with that. So, Be Like Mike.
Okay.
Nice. I
Um,
didn't think about
That was a
one.
great.
That
It was.
not on
It was
my
an icon. It still is kind of like an iconic commercial.
Yeah.
The old Gatorade in the glass bottle.
Yeah.
And all the kids like in the park with Michael Jordan.
Right.
So
Don't you miss it when some of those things came in glass bottles?
oh,
I feel like they tasted better.
glass bottles
Oh.
are amazing.
Yeah.
Like, Sobe,
also serves as a
Sobeys used to
weapon.
be like legit.
Oh, yeah.
I loved some Sobe.
Sometimes I buy soda
remember those.
in
Yeah.
glass. Yeah. Just because it tastes better.
Yeah.
Something about the glass. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. The taste of the glass.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna go. All right, my back to back. Man, I have like two, and I don't know what to choose. I'm gonna choose. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So Ace
Okay.
Hardware.
That's a good
Ace
one.
Hardware.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
didn't have that one on my list either.
Yeah, I didn't have that one either. There's so many good jingles out there.
Yes.
There really are.
There's some really good old ones, but I know no one will know what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just pass it on. But
All right.
Ace Hardware has a good one,
Oh, man. Okay.
and they do have some helpful hardware folks there.
Sometimes. Yeah.
All right, so the next it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so man, I'm gonna go with Meow Mix.
See, I thought about that one, but I was like, no, I'm not putting that on my list.
I'm going with Meow Mix, mainly because it's easy to
Yeah.
sing. You know, the
Yeah.
meow 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 meow
Yeah,
meow
yeah.
meow.
So bad.
There you go. So
I hated that thing.
so we're gonna go with Meow Mix for our next
Nice.
one. I'm so gonna lose this draft just because I don't want to sing.
That's hilarious.
I've passed up some really good ones, guys.
All right, so to this is number 4, yeah.
Yep.
And so I got to do 4 and 5. All right, so number 4, I'm gonna go with Pep Boys. Pep Boys does everything for less.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Uh-huh.
remember that.
Yeah,
All right, so Pep Boys.
I thought of that one today because I drove by a Pep Boys. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna pick one just out of my heart.
All right.
And then I've got a very good follow-up as an honorable mention. But this one comes from my heart because I really like this commercial. It made me laugh a lot. Lance Crackers. I got Lance in my pants. I really like that one.
You know, that's a good one. I didn't even think about
I don't
that
know
one.
if a lot of people know that commercial, but it was a good one. I don't
Lance
think
Crackers.
I don't think it aired that much on
Yeah,
on radio.
that was a really short-lived thing.
But it was a really funny commercial.
Yeah.
It was just like, I got Lance in my pants. It's super funny. But anyway.
All right,
All right.
so here we go.
Last pick.
Last
Lancer.
pick for me. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. I mean, there's so many good ones. I got to go with this one. I wanted to pick this so earlier, but I didn't. I can't speak.
You can't even get the words out.
I can't speak goodly right now.
He's just nervous about singing this.
That's probably it. I'm going with Chili's baby back ribs.
Yeah, they made my
nice.
list.
Yeah.
So there you go. So yeah, that's the
good.
one right there.
Yeah.
And you know, I can't sing it because it's a 2-part thing.
But what do you want from me? You're gonna do the
Give me my baby back, baby back.
Yeah, there we
baby
go.
back.
Chili's baby back ribs. Nice.
So, this has actually been kind of a fun draft. We're obviously leaving a lot
Yeah, oh, yeah.
out.
Oh yeah.
And probably the most popular one we've left out is Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I found out, I knew Justin Timberlake sang that.
Oh really?
No
I
way.
didn't know that.
Yes, he was the one that sang that. Do you have any guesses as to how much McDonald's paid him
Oh my word.
to sing that jingle?
I don't know if I want to know.
I'm
this.
assuming he doesn't get royalties because if he did, it would be nuts. I'm gonna take a guess at $4 million.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
Okay.
That's a good guess.
Oh,
it was
man.
$6 million
Wow.
Good
to sing
grief.
that jingle.
That's awesome.
But I'm not going to take it.
He sang literally like 6 notes.
Yeah, I know,
You
right?
go through all of that. Just say I'm not gonna take it.
I'm taking my last pick with my heart, and I'm just going with one that just cracks me up. And I'm taking a little sweet from Diet Dr. Pepper. It's a sweet one.
What a good one.
Nice.
Yeah, it goes that, sweet.
You do that really well too.
He looks just like Baker Mayfield too. So, anyways, Diet Dr. Pepper. I I don't even know what to put that in. I guess just Diet Dr. Pepper. Sweet one. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard to fit all this. It's gonna be hard to fit all this in.
We're probably gonna have to
Yeah.
We need to create an image with our faces on it, and then just
All of the
type it
pics,
out.
yeah.
Just upload
Yeah,
the
that's
image.
probably the only way to do
Something, yeah. Well, should we do honorable mentions here? Because I got.
Oh, yeah.
I
man,
have
we got a
3 on
ton.
my list that we didn't.
Go
pick.
ahead.
Farmers only. You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. Yeah. All right. Then there's Red Robin.
Red Robin.
Yum. Subway.
Oh, yeah.
$5 foot long.
Long.
Yeah. And all those.
Yeah. What about Every Kiss Begins with K?
Oh, what a good one.
Nice.
The other one we forgot is the other jewelry store. It could only be Jerry.
I did not remember that jingle.
Remember that one? That was a good one.
You know, I got a bunch of honorable mentions. I have a list of just massive list over here. We left out the plop plop fizz fizz
Oh, what a
Alka-Seltzer.
relief it is.
There you go. We missed that. We lost that one. We lost the Band-Aid stuck on me.
Oh, Stuck on Me.
Wow.
We missed that
I
one.
am stuck on Band-Aids and Band-Aids stuck on me.
There's 2 here that we didn't get.
I know that
There's a
I think there's
Pepto-Bismol.
some that we left out, and I think it's because maybe we don't relate with them as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably going to steal it. Is it Oscar Mayer?
Yes, the 2
Oh,
Oscar
yeah.
Mayer ones.
I didn't think about that.
The Oscar Mayer wiener and the bologna one.
Yes. All right. And
BOLOGNA.
yeah, bologna's disgusting, so that's why I didn't pick it. And
If I get that far, but
it's disgusting. It's like
Yeah,
mystery
it's-
meat.
yeah,
You don't know what it is.
it's definitely a disappointing meat. But
It's like
not,
a giant.
It's very disappointing.
It's a giant hot dog.
It's a giant hot dog sliced really thin.
It's not spam, but
Spam is better than bologna.
So we used to. There are a couple things that you guys would not appreciate that we used to eat like growing up. Like we would take slices of cheese and we'd put mustard on them and just eat slice of cheese with mustard.
Okay.
But then we would also do that with bologna. So bologna and
I
mustard.
would take the cheese over the bologna.
Yeah.
cheese and mustard sandwich.
No,
just-
just the cheese and the mustard.
Yellow mustard?
That's so bad.
Well, no.
The spicy?
Spicy mustard.
Yeah,
spicy
okay.
brown.
That sounds
Yeah.
disgusting. I'm just
A
gonna be
bunch of
honest.
intense yellow mustard. Ooh. And I love yellow mustard. Here's one we forgot. Mommy, wow. I'm a big kid now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one and I don't want to grow up.
Oh,
I'm
Toys
a
R Us.
Toys R Us kid.
That's a
Oh,
good
wow.
one.
So I was like, man,
That's a good
that
one.
that one needed to be on there. One that I put on my
Might have
list.
blocked that one out as a kid because we
telling
never
you.
shopped there.
Oh, we never did either.
I put a couple of old ones that are actually
That's why they're out of business.
really good. If you ever get a chance to watch the Frito Bandito from the Fritos commercials back in the day,
Yeah, I
the
think
Frito
I've seen
Bandito is really good.
Yeah.
And he does his I am the Frito Bandito.
Awesome.
And he's like, talking about giving him corn chips. It's great.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Pepper had an old one called I'm a Pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you want to be a pepper too? And it's like a super catchy song, but it's literally from like the 60s or 70s, so
Yeah,
nobody
some of these
would
jingles
know.
are so dumb.
Some of them are really dumb, but like if you go back and listen to that song, it's
Yeah.
actually pretty catchy.
Yeah,
so
that's funny.
shout out to you, Dr. Pepper.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this week's podcast. Thank you once again for listening. We really appreciate it. Be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're on SoundCloud or iTunes or wherever it is that you're listening. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at HipShot Podcast. We will post this draft on there as a poll, so you can vote on whichever one you think is the best because, you probably have some really
Strong
deep-seated
opinions on
feelings
this.
on the best jingles ever.
Just remember.
But you can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Shoot from the Hip Podcast, and Instagram, Hip Shot Podcast. I actually noticed that we had a few messages on Instagram.
I know, I was going to say, I
We
think a
did.
few people sent us messages.
And there were a few people that wanted a postcard on Instagram. Did not see that.
Whoa.
Or at least one or two.
Did you give him the old bad cop from Lego movie? Too bad.
No, you know what I didn't do? I didn't respond.
Oh man.
So maybe we should respond to that at some point, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, we'll get them one.
We were experiencing
Yeah.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, because we have one or two left over, so we'll
Yeah.
be sure to send one over. But if you want a postcard, shoot us your address. Whatever. Follow us on one of these social medias: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Shoot us an address, and we might send you one. We'll let you know if we can't. But we'll let you know if we can. And or we just won't respond, and you'll just have a postcard show up.
But subscribe to us, even though we may ignore you forever.
Right. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this podcast. Thank you for listening. We look forward to seeing you next week.